All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. Welcome to the evening webinar for Friday night, April 3rd. We have a very special guest today that you're going to be able to hear her amazing testimonial and story later on. But I'm going to present some information to you that I'm sure the person that invited you on to take a look at this was just so eager to share with you. Obviously, the world has changed and we're changing with it. This is the new normal, so we do business from home. But not only that, we know that we have something very significant and important to share, a potential solution for something that you are experiencing right now in your life, whether it has to do with finances or health. We know that those are the two major concerns today, just to be obvious. But, this isn't about us and our story, although we've got tons of people on this call alone, and we're partnered with some fearless leaders that are purpose-driven to help as many people as possible change their life financially, as well as through our plant-based solutions and our all-natural solutions for better health and wellness. And, this is a very uncertain time that we live in, which is why, obviously this is, there's a really important need to take a look at something maybe different than what you normally have done in both realms. I discovered this company and I discovered this industry 7 years ago at a time that I was as desperate to lose weight as I was to make income. My background was in film and dance, and I made a good income doing what I did. I was working 80 hours a week, so it didn't do wonders for my health or my weight. But, push came to shove and we were faced with a very fork in the road financially when I'd lost my job in the film industry to no fault of my own. And at the same time, being, having that huge financial burden and faced with that uncertainty, I still felt like this was meant to be. It was a blessing in disguise, because that's exactly what it took for me to look at this industry as a way that I could potentially make money at home, have more time freedom. And at the same time, I write my own hours, and I'm blessed to be able to say that 7 years later, I've been doing this without skipping a beat. And I'm a stay-at-home mom to two beautiful boys. And on the top of that, like, a business doesn't work unless the products do. And we know that we have something that's very significant in terms of, the health benefits. And I was lucky enough to be a product of the product very early on. So I was able to lose 23 pounds without changing much, to tell you the truth. 23 pounds when I'd struggled my whole entire life with weight is a big, big deal to be able to lose that quickly. And it was almost like the changes happened on their own. I felt more energetic, more vital. I started sleeping better through the night. I felt more focus and clarity. And then, 23 pounds down like that was pretty exciting. But then that comes with, less joint pain, less back pain, and, and just overall feeling, less stress. And the first thing I did was I shared it with the person closest to me, with my husband, and who was suffering from gout and, high blood, like borderline high blood pressure, borderline high blood glucose. And I suffer from gout and sleep apnea. And he was able to lose 45 pounds in 3 months as well. Literally changed our lives. We know that it saved his life. And, that's all we do. We create these stories with each other and for each other, and we just share them. And that's what we've been doing for so long. And, with Zija International now merging with a company called Isagenix, we are such a powerhouse in terms of what we are able to deliver to everyone, but also in terms of a business, right? We've been, now that we're partnered with Isagenix, we have such a good foundation. This company's been around for 18 years. They net like $1.6 billion a year, top 5 of all health and wellness companies out there. It's pretty significant. So we're very, very blessed to be aligned with them now, and which secures our future. But not only that, is that we have just that much more in our catalog to be able to offer people to help provide solutions. Why do we need solutions? Well, we know that our health and wellness is under attack. There was a health crisis before there was a health crisis. And these stats are totally scary. 6 of the top 10 causes of death are directly linked to diet. Most people are struggling with obesity and being overweight. We're consuming way too much sugar. We're not exercising enough. Majority of the world is on at least one prescription medication. And the cost per household to address weight related health issues is like in the surplus of $3,000 a month. And it's just all about the bottom line of big pharma in the food system, which is at a $6 trillion industry. And so you ask yourself, are they in the business of making people well? Are they in the business of keeping people healthy? And that's not really the case. Like, if you look at this is what our food chain used to look like. Foods grown in the garden, chickens that roamed free and livestock that roamed free and ate grass. Right now, this is what it is. We are eating highly processed, highly addictive, artificial food-like substances, which are just creating a mountain of health issues, not to mention all the toxins that are put into our food just to make it last longer or, artificially taste better. It's addictive, what they put in the food, and it's poisoning us at the same time. The way they grow, seafood and livestock and chickens nowadays, everything is pumped full of hormones and antibiotics and GMOs, as far as you can see, and all this does is create this hamster wheel of health issues that they just keep pumping you with medication to solve one symptom after another, not really ever solving the problem. And here's an interesting quote from The Truth About Cancer. If you've ever watched that documentary: manufactured food is pumped full of toxic chemicals meant to dress it up and entice consumers to buy. We buy it, but of course there are dangerous consequences. So we know that there is a need right now more than ever to go back to what we know, all natural plant-based solutions. Zija-Isagenix has over 100 all natural plant-based products to help, serve those needs. We started over 12 years ago, 14 years ago with Isagenix as being known as the Moringa company. We're the first company ever to bring this plant to the masses. If you've ever heard of the Moringa oleifera tree, it's known as the most nutritious plant that's ever been discovered. It's known as nature's miracle tree, nature's multivitamin. When you take this plant alone, you're getting 46 naturally occurring antioxidants and 36 naturally occurring anti-inflammatories. So between those two things, you have covered all of disease. Not to mention, you're getting all the omegas 3, 6, and 9. You're getting all the amino acids that the body cannot produce on its, and 9, including the body that doesn't produce on its own. You have to get that from diet. There are over 90 nutrients and health benefits from taking the Moringa plant alone. Many people are familiar with kale. That's actually the second most nutritious plant in the world, ranging in about 30 nutritious, 30 nutrients and health benefits. Ours has 3 times as much. And there's so much credibility behind this plant. It's been in the National Geographic. It's been, like you see here, it's been in the this Discovery Channel, did a 1-hour documentary. It's in PubMed.gov. You can look it up. In National Geographic, there's this article that says it's got more iron than spinach, gram for gram. Powdered leaves have more iron than spinach, more calcium than milk, more potassium than bananas, more vitamin A than carrots, more protein than yogurt. It even has more protein than beef. So people that are becoming more health conscious and wanting to eat more vegetables or greens, imagine being able to take one thing. And that's what I love about this, that it's simple. It's one thing that you can get from one source. With Zija Super Mix especially, you're getting 2 heaping handfuls of the most nutritious plant in the world in a proprietary blend that uses the leaves, the seeds, and the fruit of this plant. And what it's good is that you just rip it open, you pour it in a bottle of water, you shake it up first thing in the morning, and you've got all those nutrients properly assimilated into your body in 15 minutes or less. It's 100% bioavailable. That's actually what it means. It's enzymatically alive, which means it's raw, and it can sit on your shelf for 2 years or more. You rip it open, it becomes alive and in your cells. And that's what I love about it too, especially now when people are buying bulk food so they don't have to go out as often. It's nice to have something that actually can be raw in your body that you're not having to try to finish eating within like 2 or 3 days, right? And so there's credibility behind our super mix, our products, especially if you go to the pdr.net. It's the Physician's Desk Reference. Online, it's called the Physician's Digital Reference. You can just type in Zija and you'll see we're the only natural supplement in there, the only Moringa supplement in there. And a lot of the times that's all people need in terms of like research and credibility. That's very, very powerful. The physicians and doctors actually have known to prescribe from that prestigious database. So if you have any questions about that, just look it up. And of course, we've got tons of premier plant-based products that come through the Zija line. And here are some of our favorites really quickly. I'll touch on them. This is Prime. It's a nitric oxide activator, which is known to open the respiratory system, help with breathing, and improve health with regards to the respiratory system. This is XM Plus, which is an energy drink and your Moringa nutrition in one. Again, making it simple, fast, and you're able to get a lot of those. It's actually meant to be a sports drink, but I drink it every day instead of, what my normal and unnatural energy supplements were. We have CBD patches in the States that help with everything from like sleep, anxiety, depression, muscle aches and pains. We have other products in Canada that help with that too. But that's a very important product, especially as we've also got probiotic, which is called triotic, which helps with, your gastrointestinal support, so you can boost your immune system that way. We've got clinical grade essential oils that help get rid of toxins in your house, also help with mood and elevates your immune system that way, which is obviously so important right now. We've got coffee that are healthy mushroom coffee, and the unsung hero of our line, which is the More Clear water filtration system, which can basically turn any liquid into potable drinking water, which is amazing. Obviously, we know there's a problem in the world today with regards to potable drinking water. And I also like that we get to promote proven weight loss systems. And here are some examples of the packages that are so popular right now. The Good pack is known as the basic pack, is $2.99 in Canada. The Better pack is the premium pack. You get more items, you get a blender, $440. And then there's the value pack. Tons of support items in here to help you reach your goals, or if you have more people in your home and you get this awesome blender too. I kind of wish I got this one, I didn't. But anyway, the system that they have for losing weight is along the same lines. You give your body maximum nutrition so it can heal itself naturally and do what it's meant to do. And we know that we can do that when we're filling in all the gaps that we're missing nutritionally every single day. Right now, we don't know where we're getting all our vitamins, and making sure that we're giving our bodies the best fighting chance against illness and disease. And I like that our weight loss systems, although they call it that, they're not just for that. It's for weight gain. It's for feeling better, sleeping better, more energy, detoxification, better digestive health. And so they do this by ways of, a number of adaptogenic products and supplements. But the main thing is their delicious meal replacement shakes, lots to choose from. Again, nutritionally dense with lower calories. And so you can choose if you want to replace 1 or 2 meals a day. And then you alternate those with cleanse days, which is really their version of intermittent fasting. And the cost breakdown for this, we help you get started depending on what your health goal is, or if your business goal. Obviously, if you're business minded, I recommend the higher packs. But the cost breakdown would be anywhere from $9 to $20 a day. Many of us are already spending much more than this on food for ourselves every day, especially if, again, you're buying in bulk and trying not to eat it all at once. It is so convenient and effective to be able to replace 1 or 2 meals a day, and especially while being at home. And so the average weight loss right now and that's been proven on our system, is 24 pounds in 12 weeks. And that's significant. Those are clinical trials. Not a lot of companies have clinical trials, 24 pounds in 12 weeks. And so I'll share with you a new weight loss testimonial that I was able to create. And while I've been taking Zija every single day for 7 years, and it's been good to me, I lost that weight in the beginning, but I also had a second child, and this would be C-section number 2, with a bunch of baby weight fat that it's really hard to get rid of, that I've tried several times. And less than 8, I think it was about 8 days, because I didn't take this picture early enough. Look at the weight loss here. Like, you could just see, seeing is believing, right? So I was able to lose 8.5 pounds, 1 inch off the waist. And look at that. It's, they're known for being able to increase lean muscle mass, decrease the fat, but just not any fat. It's that visceral fat. This fat here that sticks around your waist, that clings to your organs, that's the most dangerous fat. That's the fat that they know they're known for being able to get rid of. And I like that on this program, I was able to have just as good energy levels, better sleep, like really sleeping well. And I'm still eating normal food, which is amazing, right? Like, that's what a lot of people say. They're under the misconception that you have to diet or deprive yourself if you're going to lose weight. And that wasn't the case. I did not find that to be the case here. So we got tons and tons of testimonials, of course, of people being able to transform their health and their physique. And we're backed by science. So, I mean, like, you can trust it. They also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, even if you've tried the products, they will take it back. See here, it says twice as much visceral fat loss with this program. And again, overall, between Zija-Isagenix products, we just have like countless solutions to help transform your life. And one of the things that I like about it too is that I get to hear story after story of individual people not just benefiting from the products, but also benefiting from the business. So I want to make sure that Chris is on. I think that, okay, good. Chris is on. Chris, are you able to show us your camera and unmute your line? And I would like to invite Chris Mcinnis from Winnipeg to come on and share her testimonial. She is a former nurse. Worked in healthcare, so we are obviously so thankful and grateful for you and all the service that you have done through the years, and you're probably doing right now, because I believe you still work in healthcare. But also she has got an amazing testimonial that needs to be shared, and she's building a huge business out in Winnipeg through the leadership of Gilbert. Chris, do you mind putting on your camera, or I can just show some pictures of you?
You can put on the camera. I just can't get it to unlock.
Okay. Okay, well, that's all right. Do you mind telling, I'll show some pictures of you. Oops. But do you mind sharing with everybody your background, what Zija's done for you?
Sure.
Your background, what Zija's done for you, how long you've been taking it and stuff. And
okay.
why you're excited, what are you looking forward to in the future?
Okay. Well, I am a retired LPN. I started my nursing training back in the early 80s up until the mid 90s, until I ended up with back surgery, which prevented me from continuing in my nursing field. And then back in November of 2010, I was diagnosed with cancer and had major surgery done at that point. So I'm just giving a little bit of a background of myself here. My husband in the military, we traveled around Canada. So I was in and out of jobs. I was never able to collect a pension, and it just made it difficult, going from city to city, starting new jobs, meeting different people. And then once we got back to Winnipeg, I decided I was going to go back to school, and I took commercial foods, which at that point I opened up a small restaurant. Well, with my husband still being in the military, the two of us were running it, and my sister was helping me part-time, and it became just too much to handle. So we decided to sell the business. So from there, I ended up starting to work for a home care agency, which today I'm still with a home care agency because I love the field of nursing so much and helping people. So in 2016, I was introduced to Zija through a friend of mine, and she asked me to take a look at it, which I did. And I found it quite interesting when I was reading up about information on the moringa and how it can help the body heal itself, as it is an adaptogen and can adapt to whatever needs that your body requires. So in the way of nutrition, taking it, I noticed I was sleeping better. I had a lot more energy, and overall just felt really good about myself. So now that we are affiliated with Isagenix, I had ordered the basic plan, and as of March 29th, I started the first week of the weight loss system, and my very first week I had lost 5 pounds. Oh. So being on the weight loss program with Isagenix, I also suffer from diverticulitis, and it's a very painful intestinal, it's not a disease, but it affects the intestine, where you end up having pouches, and your feces sometimes stays back in these little pouches, and it causes severe pain, like you're doubled over in pain. So I found, since I had been taking the Isagenix weight loss system, I haven't had any of those severe pains where you're almost doubled over, almost like having labor pains. And I just feel really good. I have a lot of energy. I take my 2 shakes in the morning. I have one for breakfast, I have one for lunch, and then at supper time, I'll have approximately anywhere between 400 to 600 calorie meal, which is just enough food to cover you through till the next morning. So I just want to let people know that having worked right across Canada in different jobs, like I said, I wasn't able to accumulate a pension, But having a home-based business, you can work from home. You set your own time. You make calls to your friends, family, let them know that you have something that you'd like them to be introduced to, and show them that they can also do the same that you're doing. Share it with your friends, and they can also do the same thing. And what we do is we just share information. We just let people know what our products can help them with. So that's what I just wanted to say to everybody today is, you don't have to worry about a pension. You can start this home-based business tomorrow and start earning weekly paychecks.
That's awesome, Chris. That's so true. And that's incredible. So you've worked all, for so many years in healthcare and you weren't able to collect a pension?
No, because you're at one job for, say, anywhere from 3 to 4 years, and then we get transferred to another city, and then you start all over again.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really tough, and I mean, I made a lot of friends along the way, but it's a hard life, and like the commercial says, there's no life like it, which is true.
Wow. Well, we thank you again for your service, and we're happy that you found Zija to be able to use it as a vehicle to create retirement income for yourself, and we know that you're going to be able to do that. And thank you for all the people that you're helping now.
Yes, and I just like to thank all of my friends that I've invited to come on. I see that there's several people on that I've invited, and I'm glad that you came on and get back to me.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, your story is amazing. There's so many people like you too, and it just is a matter of choosing to get started. And just like Chris said, you can get back to her, the person that invited you on, and you let them know what it is that you like best about what you saw. If it's for health or products, or if it's about business and income, or if it's about both, right? So again, it just starts with getting started. And that starts with some products for yourself. Of course, you can order individual things if you choose. You'll get more value by far if you go with a bundle or some kind of a kit. So here are some of our plant-based solution kits. Probably the most popular right now would be the nutrition bundle, which has a month's supply of the super mix and a few, gastrointestinal support products as well. And so it's a really good deal right now. It's $187.50 while supplies last. So I would highly recommend sharing this with your friends as soon as you can, because these products these bundles may not be a bundle for very long, and they already have tons of value packed in there, including the discount that they're offering for a limited time. And then of course we've got the Isagenix 30-day weight loss basic pack, which is $2.99. And this is the most popular pack. It's just the, basic weight loss for 30-day supply of your shakes and the other items, other support items. We have an IsaBody challenge, which is like just another fun, display of our culture of how we show support and help you get that accountability that you might need to maintain the transformation along and maintain that journey. And there's no membership fee for customers, and you can upgrade to be a distributor at any time for 35 Canadian or $29. And all that means is we love our customers. You're consuming the products, and that's great. Or you can be a customer that can make money. And so why not, right? So right now there's actually over $4,100 US in additional bonuses that they're offering. And here's what I have to say to everybody, and I'm sure I could speak for many that are on the line right now. Could anybody use an extra $4,100 US in their bank account right now? I know that I can, and I know a few. So we have a very simple system for sharing that, and again, it's not about you knowing the information. Just like Chris said, you just have to share the information or point them in the direction of something, a link, a Zoom, or a photo, or a video, and it does explaining for you. So when you get started and you invite 2 friends to get started with you, you'll get paid what's called an introduction bonus. But I like that you get paid, when you help your friends get paid and you help them share it with 2, what that would do for you, they of course can make an income, but you get income too for helping them grow. And it's just us being able to help other people get healthy and make money. In this scenario, for you share, they share, for you helping 2 and helping them share it with 2, you've already made $650 US. So that, again, who do you know that could use an extra $650 US? So you might not think, so for some people that looks like a lot of money, and for some people it doesn't, but imagine the simplicity behind what it is that we do and what it is that we share. Everybody needs what we have, and anyone can just, create a testimonial and share it, and you don't know what can happen. Because people can get started with larger kits. Of course, you get paid more upfront for that. People can, get more diverse items, and through our product lines, that everything is just phenomenal. We've got amazing world-class products, and there's no question about that. So imagine getting residual income, pennies, dollars off of all these people, sharing it with other people, and purchasing moringa or shakes, or detoxing through you. You can earn a residual on that. And that's what we have here in terms of the business system that we share. And, to reference a popular diagram that that Robert Kiyosaki created, which is called the cash flow quadrant. If you're not familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's a best-selling New York Times author. And he wrote this book called the cash flow quadrant, saying there are 4 different ways a person can make money. E means you're an employee, you have a job. 95% of people are in this category. And unfortunately, some people end up in this category and not being able to collect pensions, like Chris mentioned. And you don't have much leverage here. You're paying the most in taxes. You're essentially trading your time for dollars. If you don't show up for that hour, you don't make money for that hour. So again, there's nothing wrong with this. It's very noble, but it's the hardest way to get ahead. So what a lot of people do is they become self-employed. They become their own boss, start their own business, small businesses like restaurants, even becoming like I was a dance teacher, dentists, doctors, lawyers, accountants, anybody with their own practice, or their own clinics or what have you. That's self-employment. You own the job, you are your own boss, and it still seems like you've got better tax breaks, but you still don't have time, and a lot of the time you don't have time freedom. Because it still requires your effort. You don't really have leverage here. A lot of the times people have found that your business is not running without you. And so, and in this economy, unfortunately, a lot of businesses are not secure. They've been having to close their doors, and that's heartbreaking. And, they say, or Robert Kiyosaki says, there's nothing right or wrong about any of these quadrants, but we just know that if it's requiring your time to make the income, it's the hardest way to get ahead. So what we want to do is try to find a way to move from the E and the S quadrants over to the B and the I quadrant. So I, of course, stands for investor, where which is the ideal. You've got your money working for you now. Money is making money for you. To be a real investor, you need at least $100,000 or more. And so that's difficult to save up, right? Theoretically speaking, but anyone can become a business owner, especially with our system. There's big franchises out there, them. Like if you think of coffee, what kind of franchise do you believe is the best franchise if you want to promote cups of coffees or lattes or what have you, or chicken nuggets or French fries, right? Those are large scale franchises. And that's the same premise that our business system operates on, is that there's not one person behind the counter serving coffee, yet the owner of Starbucks gets paid every single time a latte is sold, pennies, dollars, over and over and over again, that he's not there. It's not requiring his time. So this is what J. Paul Getty says: I would rather get paid 1% of 100 people's efforts versus 100% of my own. And Robert Kiyosaki says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. And that's what we offer here to you today. It's a simple system that costs like $300 to start up, probably like $150 or $160 to maintain. In the process of you getting super healthy, you're helping a ton of other people, and you could be making that cash flow, whether it's a plan B for you or a plan A for you, like many of us it is. And then at the same time, we talk about money, but we're not about money. We're about people. We're about service. And our vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. And we know exactly what we're headed for and why we're excited about the future. Again, I want to say thanks to anybody that came on today live, and thank you for watching this video. If you're watching the recording, please get back to the person that shared this with you and let them know what you liked best, and let's partner together and let's change the world one person at a time. Thanks, guys. And everybody, can you unmute your mics and say thanks to Chris?
Thank you so much, Lai. Thank you so much, Chris. That was such an inspiring story.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Lai. Well, there you are. I see you now.
There you are. You unmuted. So I see your camera now. Thanks, Ross.
I figured out how it worked.